His Majesty the Sultan greets the President of El Salvador, Costa Rica, Honduras, Guatemala and Nicaragua on the occasion of their country's Independence Day. Dozens of martyrs and wounded as Israeli raids continue on different areas in the Gaza Strip, and Hezbollah bombs an Israeli military site with dozens of Katyusha rockets. An extensive Russian drone attacks on various Ukrainian cities, and Moscow renew its warning against delivering long-range missiles to Kiev. Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty the Sultan also sends a cabal of greetings to His Excellency President Najib Bukele of the Republic of El Salvador on the occasion of his country's Independence Day anniversary. His Majesty the Sultan sends a cabal of greetings to His Excellency President Dr. Rodrigo Chavez of the Republic of Costa Rica on the occasion of his country's Independence Day anniversary. His Majesty the Sultan sends a cabal of greetings to Her Excellency President Xiomara Castro of the Republic of Honduras on the occasion of her country's Independence Day anniversary. His Majesty the Sultan sends a cabal of greetings to His Excellency President Dr. Bernardo Arevalo of the Republic of Guatemala on the occasion of his country's Independence Day anniversary. And His Majesty the Sultan sends a cabal of greetings to His Excellency President Daniel Ortega of the Republic of Nicaragua on the occasion of his country's Independence Day anniversary. Dozens were killed and injured in continued Israeli raids on various areas in the Gaza Strip. 5 Palestinians were killed and others were injured after an Israeli airstrike on several homes west of Gaza City. Israeli warplanes also targeted a home in the Tufah neighborhood east of Gaza City, killing 10 Palestinians and wounding several others. 3 Palestinians were killed and 6 others were injured when a tent housing displaced people was bombed in Khan Yunis. 2 were killed and others were injured when a house in the Al-Nusayrat camp was bombed. In Jabalia, an Israeli airstrike targeted a kindergarten housing displaced people, resulting in a number of injuries. Meanwhile, the Madrid statement issued by the representatives of the European Islamic Ministerial Contact Group called for the complete withdrawal of Israeli forces from the Gaza Strip, including the Philadelphia corridor. The statement stressed the joint commitment to implementing the two-state solutions as the only way to achieve lasting peace and security. The group called for the immediate delivery of humanitarian aid without conditions, without obstacles, and in large quantities by opening all Israeli crossings and supporting the work of UNRWA and other United Nations agencies, and urged all parties to implement their obligations under international humanitarian law and implement the orders of the International Court of Justice. The Lebanese Hezbollah announced targeting the headquarters of the Israeli Northern Group Command in Amiad with dozens of Katyusha rockets. Hezbollah said that the attacks came in response to the Israeli attacks on the southern villages and safe homes of the residents, especially in the town of Al-Hamadiyah. For its part, the Israeli occupation said that it intercepted a barrage of rockets launched from southern Lebanon, which fell in open areas in Rosh Pina and north of Lake Tiberians in the upper Galilee, which led to the outbreak of fires. Russian forces launched drone attacks on various Ukrainian cities, including the capital Kiev. The Ukrainian Ministry of Defense said that its air defenses were able to shoot down 72 drones out of 76 launched by Russia on 12 regions in central, southern and eastern Ukraine. The governor of the Kiev region said that the debris from the drones damaged several houses, a commercial facility, and multi-story residential buildings. In the Odessa region, the debris caused damage to several commercial buildings, houses, and several fires. Former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev confirmed that his country is capable of destroying the Ukrainian capital Kiev with advanced non-nuclear technological weapons in response to allowing Ukraine to use long-range Western missiles. He added that Moscow has official grounds to use nuclear weapons since the Ukrainian incursion into the Russian Kursk region. Russian President Vladimir Putin had warned that allowing Westerners to strike Russia territory with long-range missiles would mean NATO countries engaging in a war with Russia. The Minister of Health in Sudan confirmed that the cholera epidemic has spread to 11 regions completely. It explained that the total number of cases infected with the disease has risen to more than 5,000 infections and 176 deaths. The ministry indicated that the infection spread at different rates in the rest of the Sudanese states, with Kassala state at the forefront and the River Nile state in second place. The epidemic began to spread in Sudan in the middle of last month after torrential floods and heavy rain swept through large areas. Iran has successfully launched the research satellite Chandrayaan-1 into space using the satellite carrier Qaem-10. According to the Iranian news agency, the weight of the satellite is about 60 kilograms and its main mission is to test advanced technologies for orbital maneuvers and evaluate performance of space propulsion and control subsystem. Iran has launched several satellites into space to collect data on weather, natural disasters and agriculture, denying that it seeks to achieve any military goals through its activities related to these satellites. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and yet to come in our news bulletin. Entrepreneurs and business owners take part in workshop on enhancing entrepreneurial skills. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. The number of passengers traveling through the airports of the Sultanate of Oman increased by 9.3% by the end of last July, recording more than 8,400,000 passengers on board more than 63,000 flights. Statistics issued by the National Center for Statistics and Information indicated that the number of passengers traveling through Muscat International Airport reached over 7.5 million passengers, an increase of 8.9%. Likewise, the number of passengers traveling through Salalah Airport also recorded an increase of 10.3%, while the number of passengers traveling through Sohar Airport reached 45,126 passengers, while the number of passengers traveling through Duqm Airport reached 34,788 passengers. The total assets of Islamic banks and windows rose by the end of last June to about 7.8 billion Omani riyals, constituting 11.4% of the total assets of the banking sector in the Sultanate of Oman and showing an increase by 18.1% compared to the same period last year. Data issued by the Central Bank of Oman indicated that the volume of financing granted by Islamic banking sector units grew by 10.4% to reach about 6.4 billion Omani riyals. Deposits in Islamic banks and windows also increased by 14.7% to reach about 6 billion Omani riyals by the end of June 2024. Local and Gulf investment institutions headed towards buying in last week's trading on the Muscat Stock Exchange, with an increase in individual selling waves. Local investment institutions' purchases accounted for about 67% of the total trading value compared to sales of 54.5%, while Gulf investment institutions' purchases accounted for 12% of the total trading value compared to sales of 6.7% last week. The stock exchange recorded a decline in its various indicators, with an increase in selling pressures by 15 points, and the index closed at 4,745 points, and the trading value declined by 15.4% to fall to 15.6 million Omani riyals. Under Her Highness Sayyida Hujaija bin Jafar Al Saeed, the Gulf Takatuf Exhibitions launched a workshop aimed at equipping small and medium enterprises owners with essential business management and marketing skills. I was present at this particular event and I made this report. The Art of Business Management and Marketing Workshop was launched as part of the Gulf Takatuf Exhibitions, bringing together small and medium enterprises owners to enhance their skills. Her Highness Sayyida Hujaija bint Jafar Al Saeed, organizer of the event and founder of Links for Social Initiatives, emphasized the importance of continuous development and collaboration. She noted that Links supports entrepreneurs beyond the exhibition by offering free workshops to boost their success.
As an organizer of the Gulf Takatuf exhibition, I like to support my participant even after the exhibition is end. I conduct workshops in marketing and business management. I don't charge them anything, but I do it so they can develop their skills in marketing and widen their businesses.
The workshop featured lectures by experts like Basim Al-Balushi and Buthaina Al-Hadrami on business strategies and management.
Well, I'm glad to be as a Takatuf team today here in this kind of workshop, and it's my pleasure to be as a coach and leader for entrepreneurs here in Oman. I would like also to thank Her Highness Sayyida Hujaija bint Jafar Al Saeed for this kind of a project and for her support. Inshallah, we will work more like this projects or workshops in the future.
Participants received certified certificates from Nasmo Academy, adding value for their experience. They expressed gratitude for the ongoing support and the opportunity to share ideas that drive business success.
It's a tremendous opportunity for us as an entrepreneur to attend this workshop where the latest innovations and strategies in business are being discussed. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the organizers, especially Her Highness, for making this event possible.
The Takatuf exhibition, organized by Links, extends its impact by offering continuous training and support to entrepreneurs, ensuring their long-term success. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty the Sultan greets the President of El Salvador, Costa Rica, Honduras, Guatemala and Nicaragua on the occasion of their country's Independence Day. Dozens of militaries and wounded as Israeli raids continue on different areas in the Gaza Strip, and Hezbollah bombs an Israeli military site with dozens of Katyusha's rockets. And extensive Russian drone attacks on various Ukrainian cities, and Moscow renews its warning against delivering long-range missiles to Kiev. And with that, we do conclude this news bulletin. Thank you for joining us, and good night.